And welcome Asia Pacific and Africa. This is it. This is Jeunesse Live, our first live call for the year, my first live call for the year of 2022. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the new year. This is an exciting call for us. We get to do a little bit of a preview of 2021, but mostly we are going to look futuristically. The crystal ball, we are looking at 2022 and everything it has in store for us. So now we're coming live to you via Facebook Live. We're also coming, I think, on the country pages on Facebook platforms, but all of our language translations are on the Jeunesse Live platform. So we're coming to you in, I think, Mandarin and Thai and maybe Japanese, Vietnamese, Korean, all of our languages. So make sure you join us wherever is best so that you can hear us, so that you can understand us. Now, let's have a look at what we've got in store tonight. We've got a great call for this new year. It's the new year for the Guaylo, and coming up next week is the new year for the Chinese. Chinese New Year. It is the year of the tiger. Tiger is top of the food chain in the jungles of Asia. The tiger's at the top. He's brave, he's fearless, he's courageous, he's strong, and that's so fitting for who we need to be, what the attributes we need to have for 2022. We've got a new year, we've got new sales plans that we will be talking about. We've got a few enhancements coming up that we'll talk about. We've got AK joining us tonight, Global Field Development Officer. We have some recognition. We've got an emerald recognition, which is great because we haven't had an emerald recognition for, I think, maybe 6 months in the region. You get to meet two of our new GMs. We have a new GM for Indonesia, a new GM for India. We have some special training on the latest product in our region, which is Unique. You get to hear from one of the top leaders in our region. His name is Jeunesse. He's a double diamond. But first, let's have a quick look at 2021. If I can pull up some of my slides. Some of the highlights of things that we did in Asia Pacific, some of the things we achieved. So first of all, we had our 12th anniversary. Can you believe it? I remember when we were heading towards a decade, and it seems these last 2 years of the COVID and pandemic have gone by so fast, but it's the 12th anniversary. That was from 09, 09, 09. So that was September last year. We celebrated 12 years. So we're now into our 13th year. We have $8 billion of cumulative sales. I remember we were the fastest growing company to achieve the $1 billion mark. It seemed like only a few years later, we're at $5 billion already. Last year, we passed $8 billion in cumulative sales. When you have sales in direct selling, you have rank advancements. You can see here this slide, our 2021 distributor rank advancements. The numbers are too small for me to read, but you can see how many thousands or tens of thousands we had in the lower rank, and even adding a handful of diamonds last year in 2021. So great rank advancements. We had great events. We had Expo Ignite. We have 5 expos around the region. For our region, Asia Pacific, we had to do it virtual because we couldn't meet live in person, but that's going to change in 2022. We had was over 180 awards that we achieved as well last year. We had multiple events throughout our region here. Sorry, this is the Expo Live pictures you can see. We joined with Greater China. We had Jet Bear on stage. I joined from the Malaysia office with our host. So look, even though we couldn't meet in person, we were able to get together virtually, and actually we had terrific numbers, and I think we get better numbers virtually than we do in person, because so many more people can join us from our huge region of Asia Pacific and Africa. We launched Unique. That was exciting for our region. So this is a product unique for Asia Pacific at first, but already it's heading towards Greater China. So that was launched in Malaysia and Singapore, and next coming to Greater China. Also, what else did we do? Oh, Jeunesse Kids, our charity. We gave over $1 million away in Jeunesse Kids charity, raising funds and distributing it last year. We have introduced a new thing called Jeunesse Kids Champions, where we have different levels of recognition awards for those who raise and donate the most amount of money. So you can see here the 4 tiers that we have: distinguished, elite. And here is, on this next slide, you see some of our Jeunesse Kids champions for 2021, some of the top leaders who helped raise and generate the most funds from themselves and from their team going towards the charity of Jeunesse Kids. Gee, we had a busy 2021 when you look at it like this. So we've developed our sharejeunesse.com. That's the one-stop shop platform for all of the material, whether you want PowerPoints, background images, banners, all of the material to help build your business. So make sure you check out sharejeunesse.com. Also, new dashboard and recognition that's popping up all different countries. They're updating the dashboard kind of one country at a time, but I think most of APAC and Africa now has the new dashboard. With new recognition, we've got new pins coming out. I think I'll show those soon. We've got new products, or more new products. We had the Life Circulate. This was launched in our region. This is for Australia and New Zealand. and hopefully we can bring that into more markets. We have a new product in Indonesia, and that's called the 7VN, otherwise known as 7. That's a ginseng and guarana product launch. Actually, that was launched just a couple of weeks ago in January in Indonesia. And that's going to be a top seller product because we already know that ginseng is one of the top selling complementary healthcare products in Indonesia at this time. We've got new awards as well. We have our normal rank recognitions, but we decided to add a few more areas that we'd like to focus on, or recognition and incentivizing people. So in 2021, we launched those, and you'll be hearing a lot more about those in our region in 2022. We decided to give our pins a little bit of a facelift as well. We've got new rank advancement pins. They are becoming available in 2022, so you can add those to your collection, but they're looking much better, much fancier, and I even hear rumors that the diamond pins actually have real diamonds. So there's your incentive to get to diamond this year. So that's a little bit about 2021, but hey, it's over, it's dead, it's gone, it's buried. Let's talk about 2022. It is a new year, it is a new start. We have new goals. We've got a real solid sales plan. I've been with Jeunesse 10 years, and this is the first year where I've begun with the whole year mapped out with sales plans, incentive plans, travel plans, recognitions, promos. We've worked hard to bring all of that together, and the man that has helped us do that for our first time in Jeunesse history, his name is Mr. A.K. Khalil, and he is the president of Global Field Development, and we have woken him up at a very inhospitable hour. He's coming to us live from the United States, and I think it's probably like 5 o'clock in the morning still. A.K., good morning and wake up. Are you there, A.K.?
Hey, how are you?
There you are.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, it's a great morning, actually. It's perfect timing.
Your nickname is Mr. 24/7 because you say that you're available 24 hours, 7 days a week, and you're proving it. What time is it there?
It's a little after, it's 5:20, 5:25 in the morning, so perfect time to get started.
Well, thank you. You're dedicated. Asia, Pacific, Africa, we appreciate it so much. You're new to the team, but you've made your presence known. We have seen you. We've heard you. You've kind of been everywhere virtually, and I know that you're just as keen to jump on that airplane and get down to our region. You've spent a lot of time in Asia Pacific in your 20-plus years of direct selling, so we're looking forward to seeing you, and 2022 is the year. Please take it away. You are the visionary man working with Scott Lewis to help us with GFD, Global Field Development. Tell us, AK, what do you have for us in 2022? Time is yours.
So thanks, Chris. Listen, I'm really excited. Now, I've been in the company for just about 9 months, and I have to tell you, it's been incredible. The most exciting part about what we're doing is because of all the people that we have, not just in the corporate team, but more importantly, the leadership team that we have in place in all the different countries. I've been very fortunate. I've gotten to go on the Diamond trip, the Emerald trip, all the different expos, and I've gotten a chance to meet so many incredible people. And what I can tell you, over 22 years doing this business, the most exciting thing that I see in this company are all of the amazing people that we have. You went over the records, you went over the history, you went over all the past. Everyone in the industry knows what Jeunesse has done. But what I'm most excited about is what we are yet to do. It's the future. When I speak to Scott, which I do on a regular basis, all we talk about is all the things that we're going to do in the future, whether they're enhancements to helping every single person make more money faster by enhancing things that we do. That's some of the things that we want. Some of the products, the technology. You're going to see so many things this year that we're going to be releasing that are going to truly make this an even better opportunity than what it was. It's not about just maintaining. For us, it's about growing. It's about setting the standard for the future and leading by example. And one of the things I do want to read this to you. So Scott, over the weekend, he always sends me some really positive things. And I want to read this to you, something he sent to me. He said, the year of the tiger will be about making big changes. This will be a year of risk-taking and adventure. We're finding enthusiasm again, both for ourselves and for others. Everyone is fired up. Generosity is at an all-time high, and social progress feels possible again. You know, he sends me that, and I just get even more excited because I know the things that we're working on. Now, Somebody asked me, they said, AK, what are some of the most important things in growing this business in 2022? We were at the Emerald trip. I got a chance to speak to so many people. I've been doing, it seems like, every day leadership meetings with so many different people around the world. And the one thing I can share with everybody on this call, if you want to really make 2022 your best year, because we're going to do our part. We're going to make sure people have their products. We're going to make sure people are getting recognized. We're going to make sure that we're enhancing areas of the compensation structure to make sure that everyone is being rewarded at an all-time high level. We're going to do our part. I promise you that this year. But what it comes down to is every single person also doing their part. And the most important thing that I can say to do is to make a decision. You see, in this business, started off at 20 years old, what I did was I made a decision to take action. I made a decision to go all in. And I know there's so many leaders on this call that know exactly what I'm talking about. They've made a decision. And there's some new people listening for the first time. And if you want to know what it is that you really need to do to explode 2022 is make a decision to go all in. And in this business, some of the things that I've learned is the most important thing in someone's mind is certainty. If we have certainty that if we do this, we are going to get that, we're more likely to do that. That's not just for me, that's for everybody. So over the course of my career doing this business, I've really been puzzled by a question. Why is it that we see some people join the business, they do incredibly well, and then some other people join the business and they don't do anything at all, and some join the business and then they quit, and you have all these different levels of achievement or non-achievement in the business, and it has to do with certainty. When people feel certain about something, they're more likely to do it or not do it. Now, what I want everybody to walk with me here, and this is really going to help you, I think, in really looking at the business and looking at your team and looking at all the new people. Because in my opinion, people join, stay, or grow in a business because they see, number one, the potential. If I'm about to enroll somebody and they're thinking about joining, if they see the potential, if they say, you know what, this looks like an incredible opportunity, I think I can really do this, the potential's at an all-time high in their head, what that then does, that leads them to join. Now, that potential allows them to take a specific action. Now, when they take that specific action, it's based on the potential that they see. If they see a lot of potential, they take a lot of action. If they don't see a lot of potential, they don't take action. Now, that action that they take, that leads to a result. So I want you to walk with me here. If I see a lot of potential, or if I'm enrolling somebody and they see a lot of potential, they're going to take a lot of action in the beginning. That action is going to create a result. Now, that result is then going to create a level of belief. So if I see a lot of potential, I take a lot of action, I get great results. What that's going to do, it's going to strengthen my belief even more. I'm going to now see a lot more belief. And what that belief is going to do, it's going to allow me to see a lot more potential. I see a lot more potential. I take more action. I get better results. I see more belief. And all of a sudden, I'm in this positive circle. But here's what happens. And this is why this is important. Somebody joins. They see a lot of potential in their business. They're so excited. They take massive action. They don't get the results. Their belief ends up getting lower. And all of a sudden, they see less potential. They take less action, and they get, therefore, less results. And they get into this negative cycle. And that's why you see sometimes people leave. People don't return calls. People get started, then they disappear. And in my 22 years building the business on the ground, doing it from the corporate side as well, I've seen this. And in this business, what I've learned is we have to be able to keep belief at an all-time high. Now, how do you do that if somebody isn't getting results in their business? What I've learned is you really got to get results in your mind. You see, some of the things that I've done on accident in 22 years is I was able to create a vision for myself. I was able to create results in my mind, and those results became so real in my mind of what I was going to do, that I would continue to have a very high level of belief, see a very high level of potential. And that inspired me to take massive action, which then I was able to get the results. Because in this business, we all know this. It takes time. You have to learn how to do the business. And for me, what I learned was that if I can continue to keep belief at an all time high with myself, with my team, and that leads by example, and people do what people see, I knew that my business was going to be successful, and it's proven that over the course of my career. So, in your business, what I would suggest this year, 2022, Jeunesse, we're going to do our part. We're going to make sure we deliver on our promise of excellence. What I would like every single person to do is make a decision to go all in. Make a decision that you're going to have your very best year this year. And when you do that, that belief at an all-time high is not only going to lead to yourself taking more massive action, it's going to hopefully inspire your team and all the people watching. And for us here, that's what we want. Listen, we want to go and celebrate every single one of you, recognize every single one of you. That's what we love to do. And we're going to, like I said, countless times, we're going to do our part to make sure we deliver. We're listening. I'm constantly speaking to so many different leaders, and we're going to make sure we deliver. So with that being said, Chris, I couldn't be more excited about the future. I'm really optimistic about all of the things that we're going to be doing in the business. And, I know that you and the entire team, I've had a chance now to work with the entire team in Asia Pacific, and we're getting on calls regularly. We're strategizing. We're talking about all the things we need to do for the future. And it's inspiring. People are inspired. The team is inspired. I'm inspired, and I can't wait to really connect with all of you and be back in Asia Pacific because, listen, I've been to the entire region so many different times. I love it, and I can't wait till we get back to traveling and be able to see everybody face to face. So thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it and hope to connect soon.
Okay, you are excited, you are visionary, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the region. I just want to ask, I noticed behind you there's a map on the wall. It has a number of pins. By any chance, is that the places that you've been to in your travels?
Yeah, so this is where all the places I've been to. One problem, though, is I've run out of pins. So I do have to
Is that
get more pins. I've been really fortunate. I mean, I've been to 40 plus countries over my life, so it's been a great ride.
because I'm noticing we need a pin on Australia, we need a pin on New Zealand, we need a pin on India. There's a few pins missing. So let's see if we can correct that in 2022. Asia
There we
Pacific
go. You
needs
got
more
it, Chris.
pins.
That's
Well,
right.
thank you. That's AK, our global field development officer, leading a strong team, and he's really pushed us hard to catapult us into 2022 with our sales plans, with all the strategies. And I guess throughout the year, we'll reveal more and more. But thank you for joining us tonight. Go back to bed, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, so moving on, AK has brought us into 2022. Let's grab that crystal ball. Let's have a look at what we've got. I want to talk about 2022 and show you some of our strategies, some of the things we have happening. First of all, if I pull up my slides, the first thing that everyone wants to know about is travel. We have had a horrible couple of years not being able to travel, but things have changed so much so that I'm actually coming to you live from Australia. This is my other home. I live in Malaysia, but my home has been Australia. I've not been able to get home for 2 years, but I'm home now in Australia, which tells you borders are opening up, quarantine restrictions are relaxing. You're seeing green zones, green channels, but we are traveling in 2022. It's going to happen. So you can see here the overall travel for the world, but for our region. Let's talk specifically about APAC. Our first one is Dubai. Dubai is happening. I can say that with confidence because another group already went there 2 months ago. So they have road tested Dubai. The current group, the infrastructure we're working with, they are ready for us, and us is 6th to the 10th of May 2022. Dubai, a modern metropolis, welcoming APAC in May 2022. And if you've already qualified, this is closed and done. You should know about it. But this is the group that was there just a couple of months ago. I think it was a group from Europe. So they've been there. It's working. But the thing I'm most excited about is Iceland, because we've been waiting for Iceland for it's like more than 2 years now. And Iceland is current. It's still happening now. You can still qualify for Iceland. The qualification for Iceland finishes the last day of this month, which is January. Today today's January the 24th. So it's like literally it's 1 week. 7 days till the end of January, and we work from the USA clock. So as of this point, you've got 1 more week to either qualify for Iceland, or 2, if you have already qualified for Iceland, to rank up to a higher level, from 1 trip to 2 tickets to 2 tickets plus hotel plus accommodation, even up to $2,000 spending money. How do you do it? This is the way you do it. In the last week, either accumulating travel points or cycle qualification, or the third way, a director qualification. So 3 ways to get to Iceland, and that really should be everything that you're doing and talking about and focusing on for this last week of January. All roads lead to Iceland. So make sure, check your back office, check your reports, see where you're at, make sure you get to the next level, or at least get yourself into Iceland. That's not the only one. We have 3 trips planned for this year for APAC. The third one is to Korea, the Disrupt Seoul Disrupt Expo. Our theme is Disrupt. It is the year of the tiger. You can see this great synergy coming together. It's a year of change. We're going to Korea, and that's in September, I think September 22, 23rd. So we've been deprived of travel, but it's all happening. 2022 for me is going to be the year of travel, starting with this first trip here in Australia. Couple more weeks with my family, and then back to Malaysia to really kick off the year. So happy New Year 2022, everyone. It is the year of the tiger. Chinese New Year starts next week. For the rest, the New Year already started January. It's a time of a newness, renewal, New Year's resolution, all that comes with that. But now let's look at those who have been focusing, who have been doing well, who have had their eyes looking forward, because it is recognition time. And we've got some great recognition. We really finished the 2021 year strong. Let's start off with our Sapphire Executive recognition. Sapphire Executive, look, there's quite a few, so forgive me. I'm just going to read the first names and the countries. But joining me, listen, attention, Sapphire Executives. Give it up for Vin from Cambodia, Koi from Japan, Bak from South Korea, John from South Korea, Kang from South Korea, Kim from South Korea, Lim from South Korea, Park from South Korea, Jitima from Thailand, Porn Fen from Thailand, and Thira Del from Thailand. Congratulations, Sapphire Executives. Moving up rank, we have the Sapphire 25 Executives. We have Jane Ting from Australia, Lin from Japan, Lau from Malaysia, Leong from Malaysia, Cha from South Korea, Jion from South Korea, Lee from South Korea, and Park from South Korea. So join me giving a round of applause to our Sapphire 25 Executives. Moving up even further, and this is from the month of December, we even had a Sapphire 50 executive, and that was Anith Bahira from Malaysia. Congratulations, Anith. You are the one and only Sapphire 50 executive from the month of December. We do go higher. There is one more. Sapphire Elite Executive, the Elites, Jurong from Australia, Iri from Japan, Paul from Malaysia, Han from South Korea, and Lee from South Korea. Congratulations, our Sapphire Elite Executives. And I get to give special recognition for the highest rank I think we've seen in maybe 6 months. It is my greatest pleasure tonight to congratulate and to recognize a new Emerald Director. The first, I should have looked it up, but I think it's at least 6 months. We have a new Emerald Director, and she is from Japan, and her name is Jun Chao. Jun Chao, Emerald Director from Japan. She couldn't join us on the call tonight, but the next one, June, I want to get you on, but let me tell you a little bit about June. She's our new Emerald. She's from Japan. She joined not long ago. She only joined in July of 2018. That she achieved Emerald Director rank, officially qualified or recognized on the 1st of January. She lives in Nagoya, Japan, and you need to know that that's not the big city of Tokyo. Nagoya is actually, it's a prefecture, a long way from Tokyo. So she's away from the head office. That the leaders in Japan, they tell me that she is an excellent leader. She's always thinking about her team members first. And what June did when she joined, she set a goal to get to the Sapphire and then to Ruby, and then she set a goal to get to Emerald Director, and she made that goal happen. And I was told every goal that she set, the date that she set, she's achieved it. And already, naturally, her next goal is Diamond. So June, I'm sure we'll be recognizing you soon enough for Diamond. So congratulations, join everyone, give a round of applause for June and all of our rank recognitions from the last month of 2021. Great work, everyone. Now, moving on, let's have a look at what comes up next. We're going to take a little spin around the world. We have some great new leaders who have joined us in the management team of Asia Pacific and Africa. We have two new GMs who've joined us in the last couple of months. They've gotten their hands dirty in the field. They've received their training. They're already out. They're online. Let's first bring on our new general manager for Indonesia. She has a super background. Her education is quite amazing. Her career, everything that she has achieved so far. Very impressive lady. When I met her for the first time, I knew she was going to be amazing. And she has joined us in Indonesia. She is running fast. She is running strong. Her name is Ms. Yvonne Sabrina from Jakarta, Indonesia. Yvonne, how are you? Selamat pagi,
Yes, hi, Chris.
Indonesia. Hi, Yvonne. Hey,
Selamat
good.
pagi. Thank you, Chris.
It is good to see you, to be with you tonight. Our connection is good.
Yeah.
Now, look, you've just got a couple of minutes. I just want people to meet you. The main reason why I want them to see you and meet you so they can think, I want to work in Indonesia. I'm going to reach out to this new GM to get them to help me. So first of all, Yvonne,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your background. Your education is very impressive.
Thank you. So thank you so much, everyone, for having me. I'm Yvonne. I had a Master of Finance background from America, and I had a couple of years working experience in corporate finance in New York before I returned to Indonesia. And then I had years of experience managing business experience in insurance industry before I eventually joined Jeunesse. So it's been really exciting. It's been my first 3 months in the office. There will be a lot of new things coming up.
There is. I know you've been busy already. That we gave you so much work to start off. We pretty much said, welcome to Jeunesse, give us an entire sales plan for the 2022 year. And you did that. You did produce it. We've received it. So tell us and everyone in Indonesia, what can they look forward to in 2022? What is your vision for Indonesia?
Yes. That's right. Well, Reserve is still one of the best top-selling product in the market. And I still believe Jeunesse still has a very strong global business advantage. So we're going to do a lot more small unit meetings since we're still trying to keep it small, but safe at the same time for the community. So we're going to do a road show from Surabaya to another bigger island like Papua. So we're going to get in the move this year.
Great. So I've seen that. I've seen your travel plan. So this COVID is not going to slow you down anymore. Yvonne is going to hit the road. And you've been busy with the first product launch. I think I know it's the first product launch for Asia Pacific and Africa, but I think you had the first product launch for the whole entire Jeunesse Global. What did you launch just a couple of weeks ago? Tell us about it.
That's right. So it's called Seven. It's a local manufactured ginseng powder. It's one of the top most demand in Indonesia in the market. So it's basically aimed for wellness, for stamina. So we have a lot of good feedbacks from the distributors, from the members. We are very excited to distribute this all around Indonesia.
Great, a great product. I know it's one of the top selling, not in direct selling, but all Indonesia. Indonesia loves ginseng, and we've got a ginseng guarana mixed product. It's called Seven. So thank you, Yvonne. Good to get to know you. But everyone else, take notes. Get her phone number, get her email address. If you know people in Indonesia, let's get Indonesia going again. We've got to wake it up again after this 2 years of COVID and shutdown. But thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for joining us. And I'm now going to jump halfway around the globe. I'm going to the the west side of my region. It is India. We have a new general manager in India as well. He joined just a couple of months ago, around the same time as Yvonne. I have been practicing his name. His name is Chandra Thirukanapiran. Chandra from India. Have you joined us? Are you on? There you are, my friend. How are you?
Fantastic, Chris. Thanks a ton. And to all of you on the call, really excited to be a part of this wonderful live initiative. And like Chris, you said, super excited. This is our first live and have been waiting for this for the last 3 months.
Well, I'm glad we've got you on. It's a good line. I see you clearly. I hear you clearly. Look, you have also started running very strong right from the first day of your employment. But first, could you tell us a little bit about your background? Because you're not just a man of India, you're a man of all Asia Pacific and Africa. When I look at your resume, you've worked in probably maybe half the countries within our region. What's your background?
So, Chris, come from a pretty humble family down from south of India. And like AK said, probably I started off with this thought that belief is going to build everything. And in the last 20, 23 years of my overall career, had opportunities to be in multiple industries, including banking, pharmaceuticals. But I would say direct selling network marketing business is a homecoming back for me. I started in this industry 23 years back, and I'm super excited to be with Jeunesse to take Jeunesse vision forward.
Terrific. And you have been doing that. Just like Yvonne, you were asked to put together an entire sales plan for the year of 2022. You've done that. So please take a minute. Tell us about your vision for your region. 'Cause we've got to say it's more than India. You also have Bangladesh, and big things are happening in Bangladesh. You traveled there, just like a few weeks ago. You were in Dhaka. What is your vision for the market that you're looking after for 2022? What can we see and expect from India, Bangladesh?
So, Chris, if we look at Asia Pacific, which is the highest growing market for the globe for network marketing, uh, specifically speaking about South Asia, we are speaking about a market where we have close to 18% CAGR growth year on year. And you're speaking about a market where last year, 2021, direct selling business clocked $3.2 billion of revenues with close to around 7.2 million distributors. Now, in the next 3 years, India and South Asia, Bangladesh and India put together, is going to see, I would say, an explosion as far as this business is concerned, because it's projected to grow at 18% CAGR plus close to 18 million new distributors are going to join them. So when I was looking at the list, the achievers list, which we were showing now, Chris, uh, I can promise you between India and Bangladesh, we are going to have at least 4 or 5 extra boards, leaderboards coming up there in the coming months.
Well, I hope so, and it should be. When I think about that part of my market, the word that comes to mind is potential. Just with the sheer population side, the two of the biggest populations on earth, India and Bangladesh can combine. It may even be the biggest population, but so much potential, so much growth, really good, strong economies. You were hit horribly with COVID in 2021, but you're out of that. You're getting in the clear. India's charging ahead. So I know there's big things planned for 2022, and I'm glad to have you at the helm of that. So thank you, Chandra. In future calls, we're going to get to know you better. But for everyone else, if you've always wanted to build in India, if you want to go to India, if you've got questions, this is our man, Chandra, and his team in our India office. So thank you, my friend. We'll get you on another call in the future, but welcome, welcome. And Yvonne
Thanks,
as well.
Chris. Really appreciate. I'm waiting for all the leaders to reach out to India.
They will. I'll make sure of it. Okay, so moving on now, let's talk about products for a little bit. We have had an exciting launch, another exclusive launch for our region. It is a product that we called it Golden Milk, but we since called it Qunique. That's the brand name. We launched that just a little bit in November, but then in December. And I tell you, just the two markets we started to launch in, it was just Malaysia and Singapore. Already at the launch, we've completely sold out of the stock that we had manufactured. The manufacturer is just making that product full time. Our sales the demand is exceeding the supply. That's about to change. We've got the number one sales market is, I think, Singapore. They sold over 16,000 boxes just at their launch event. And we've had multiple trucks going down the coast from the peninsula, Malaysia to Singapore, that it is Golden Milk. We've got someone to talk about Golden Milk, our brand Qunique. It's about turmeric, it's about curcumin. And this is another new person that we've not met on the call yet. Her name is Wendy Ong. She is a clinical nutritionist. She has a bachelor's degree in honors food science and nutrition. She is full-time with Jeunesse. We brought her on as staff member. So we have a full-time nutritionist in the region. She's based in Singapore. She has prior working experience in hospitals, healthcare industry. Her specialty is holistic health and health education. She's worked in healthcare services, and she's registered on the Singapore Nutrition and Dietetics Association, the SNDA of Singapore. She's from Singapore, she's in Singapore, and she's full-time with Jeunesse. Wendy, the magic of technology. Are you with us, Wendy?
Hi.
There you are, Wendy.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Chris.
Hello.
Thank you for the introduction.
How was my introduction? Is it correct? Everything I said about your clinical nutrition experience and degrees, is that correct?
Yes. Previously, I was working in a hospital, so most of the time I see patients with all kinds of diseases. Yeah. So I use diet to treat them. Mm.
Well, you've been with us for a few months, and
Um,
it so happens the few months when we've launched a new product. And it just so happens that the market where you're living in Singapore has the biggest sales of Qunique. So Wendy, you're obviously doing something right. You know all about it. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Can you take the next 10 minutes and tell us about the angles of this product Qunique that excite you as a qualified nutritionist? Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here with you all today. I always believe in holistic health. So I believe that when we eat right and also use the right supplement, we are going, we're able to reverse certain health disease, the condition of health disease. So today I'm going to share with you all the health benefits of Qunique. Let me put up my slide first. Okay. Right. Okay, golden milk. Okay. So this is turmeric powder. Turmeric contains bioactive compounds with medicinal properties. However, the curcumin content of a turmeric isn't that high. It's around 2 to 3% by weight. It would be very difficult to reach this level just by using turmeric as a spice in a food. That's why some people choose to use supplements. However, curcumin is poorly absorbed into your bloodstream. In order to experience the full effect of curcumin, its bioavailability, which is the rate at which your body absorbs the substance, need to improve. Okay. Here we are, the foundation formula of Qunique. The two key ingredients are curcumin and also bioperine, which is the piperine. Okay, the reason why we choose Novosol curcumin is because Novosol is 185 times more bioavailable on average than straight curcumin. Okay, next. So besides that, we can improve the absorption of curcumin by consuming it with black pepper, which contains piperine. Piperine is a natural substance that enhances the absorption of curcumin by 2000%. In fact, the best curcumin supplements contain piperine, and this makes them substantially more effective. Curcumin is also fat soluble, which means it breaks down and dissolves in fat or oil. That's why it may be a good idea to take curcumin supplements with a meal that's high in fat, such as mackerel, salmon, avocado, macadamia nuts, full-fat Greek yogurts, and eggs. So there's some tips when you want to really eat these supplements, then you can actually eat with a meal that high in fats, or good fats, we should say. Okay. Next. You can see that this is the repetition. Okay, next. Okay. You can see this. Actually, one therapeutic dosage of Qunique equals to the benefit of more than 100 kg of turmeric, meaning to say that we need to consume 100 kg of turmeric in order to be benefited. So therefore, supplement is the best choice because it is kind of like crazy. It's not possible that for us to consume 100 kg of turmeric. Okay. So next, let's take a look on the health benefits of Qunique. First, Qunique is a natural anti-inflammatory compound. Inflammation is incredibly important, I know. It helps fight foreign invaders and also has a role in repairing damage in your body. Although acute short-term inflammation is beneficial, it can be a concern if it becomes chronic and attacks your body's own tissues. Scientists believe that chronic low-level inflammation can play a role in some health conditions and diseases such as heart disease, cancer, metabolic syndrome, Alzheimer's disease. That's why anything that can help fight chronic inflammation is potentially important in preventing and helping to treat this condition. Okay. Secondly, curcumin can increase the antioxidant capacity of our body. Oxidative damage is believed to be one of the mechanisms behind aging and many diseases. It involves free radicals, highly reactive molecules with unpaired electrons. Free radicals tend to react with important organic substances such as fatty acids, proteins, or DNA. The main reason antioxidants are so beneficial is that they protect your body from free radicals. Curcumin is a potent antioxidant that can neutralize free radicals due to its chemical structure. Besides, curcumin can lower the risk of heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the world. Researchers have studied it for many decades and learned a lot about why it happens. Unsurprisingly, heart disease is incredibly complicated and various things contribute to it. Curcumin can maybe reverse many steps in the heart disease process. Perhaps the main benefit of curcumin when it comes to heart disease is improving the function of the endothelium, the lining of your blood vessel. The endothelial dysfunction is a major driver of heart disease. This is when your endothelium is unable to regulate blood pressure, blood clotting, and also various other factors. In addition, curcumin can help reduce inflammation and oxidation, as discussed previously, which can play a role in the heart disease. Curcumin in clinic also can boost brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Neurons are capable of forming new connection, and in certain areas of brain, they can multiply and increase in number. One of the main drivers of this process is brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or we call it a BDNF. This is a gene that involved in making a protein responsible for promoting the life of neurons. The BDNF proteins play a role in memory and learning, and it can be found in areas of the brain responsible for eating, drinking, and body weight. Many common brain disorders have been linked to decreased level of BDNF protein, including depression and also Alzheimer's disease. Interestingly, animal studies have found that curcumin may increase brain level of BDNF. By doing this, it may be effective in delaying or even reversing many brain diseases and age-related decreases in brain disease. Curcumin in clinic may help to prevent cancer. Cancer is a disease characterized by uncontrolled cell growth. There are many different forms of cancer that appears to be affected by curcumin supplements. Curcumin has been studied as a beneficial herb in cancer treatment and been found to affect cancer growth and development. Studies have shown that it can contribute to the death of cancerous cells, reduce angiogenesis, which is the growth of new blood vessels in tumors, reduce metastasis, which is the spread of cancer. Whether high dose of curcumin, preferably with an absorption enhancer like piperine, can help treat cancer in humans has yet to be studied properly. However, there is evidence that it may prevent cancer from occurring in the first place, especially cancer of the digestive system like colorectal cancer. Yes, I always believe that prevention is better than cure. Curcumin in clinic also could be helpful in preventing Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia and may contribute to up to 70% of dementia cases. While treatment assists for some of its symptoms, there's no cure for Alzheimer's yet. That's why preventing it from occurring in the first place is so important. There may be good news on the horizon because curcumin has been shown to cross the blood-brain barrier. It's known that inflammation and oxidative damage play a role in Alzheimer's disease, and curcumin has beneficial effects on both. Curcumin also may help with arthritis. Arthritis is a common problem in many countries. There are several different types of arthritis, most of which involve inflammation of the joint. And bioperine in clinic also gives us a lot of benefits, such as helps in reduce inflammation, support blood glucose, helps to reduce pain, improve digestive system, and cardiovascular system. Other than that, bioperine significantly increases bioavailability of resveratrol by 229% and maximum serum concentration by 1,544%. So I suggest to consume clinic together with reserve to have the maximum benefits. There are scientific studies on the power of curcumin and resveratrol combined. The unique formula of golden turmeric juice incorporates the concept of yin and yang. We can have a look on this. We have these heat element such as turmeric, pepper, ginger, cinnamon, and mango. And also we have cold element in cuisine such as coconut, aloe vera, tomato, mangosteen, monk fruits, and winter melon. Then all of these ingredients actually contribute to a lot of health benefits. So yeah, that's all from me. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you. We're lucky to have you on board. I know we need to give you a lot more time. There's so much that can be said about Qunique, but I know just for you, as you've studied it, as I've studied it, it's like, where do you start and where do you stop? It just does so much. There's so much studies on curcumin and Qunique
Yes.
and so many different health aspects. I think combined with Reserve, it's probably, I think it's the most powerful nutritional supplement complementary medicine ingredient in the whole world. Is that your opinion as well?
Yes, yes. Yes, very
Yes. Well,
right. That's why I always suggest them to consume together Reserve and Qunique. Will is a powerful combination.
well, thank you, Wendy. We're lucky to have Qunique. We're also lucky to have you. We're lucky to have a full-time clinical nutritionist on board with Jeunesse in our region. So if you have some general nutrition questions, she's not a doctor, she doesn't talk medicine, but if you have nutritional questions, you can contact Wendy. She's on our staff in the Singapore office, and Wendy will hear a lot more from you in 2022. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. We'll chat to you again soon.
Thank
But now we're getting
you.
close to the I do have one more friend. We're going to a whole other country we've not spoken to yet this evening. We are going to jump to the Kingdom of Thailand, and we're going to speak to one of the top leaders in our region. He is Double Diamond Jirath Kulsub Mongkon, and he's one of our original top leaders. Jirath joined about the same time as I did. I've known Jirath for a decade, for 10 years now, but he has been building in Thailand and then all over Southeast Asia and abroad outside of our region. He's look, as you, if you've known Jirath for the 10 years, you've known his amazing personal story. He had his own personal story of health challenges, a period of time where he really was very unwell, and then he got well again, and he got better than well. When we introduced Zen, he was boxing, he lost weight, and now he's looking fantastic. Are you with us, Jirath? Where are you?
Yes,
There
I'm
you are, my
here. Hi, Chris.
Good, good to see you. Well, as I gave in the introduction, you've had a decade with Jeunesse, an amazing story, a journey of health and of wealth, because you're a top leader in our region, Double Diamond. I've asked you to bring us our closing. The most important thing we're doing this week, it's all about Iceland. So please, Jirath, from your top vision as the top leader in our region, one of the top leaders, tell us what we need to do to finish strong with Iceland and what we need to do to charge ahead into this new year of 2022. Thank you, Jirath.
Thank you, Chris. Hi to the family. We have 6 days left for Iceland trip. We have two kind of people. Okay, first, first, first people they give up. You know, they maybe they do already halfway, and they say, "Oh, we have only 6 days left." They give up. You know, but in other hand, we have another member. They're still fighting. What I need to say, the game not finished. The Iceland trip is not just the travel, it's not just the trip. The Iceland trip is can make your business growth. You know why? Because the Iceland trip can make you more believe in our company. When we say we have the lifestyle reward, and most of the people they're gonna ask you, the question is, have you been there before? And you say no. When you say no, when, when you say no, the member will be lost confident. So that is the trip that is the most important for your belief. And secondly, the trip will be help you to explore your business, because when you present the OPP or opportunity to other people, and you can share your story about, okay, I was a Iceland trip, and you can say your experience at the trip, and then the prospect will be wow and exciting. So that's why I say the trip is just not the trip. The trip is can build your business and you believe. Okay, and we have 6 days left. You know, I always see the football games or basketball game. The most excitement is 5 minutes before the end of the game. All the player they will be do 100% to make miracle, to be winner. The same as the trip. You need to focus on the trip and 100% to do and get the trip that will be help and get your good experience. So we start the year by excitement news. And I would like to give you 3 A's, okay? First, what you need to do on this year. First, you need to have aim. You need to set up your goal, what you want to be this year. You want to be Ruby director, Emerald director, Diamond director. You just set up your goal, okay? And that goal should be a high level of goal. It's like if you're a sapphire, you need to set up like a ruby or emerald. That is can make your growth on your business. Second A is attitude. You need to have the positive thinking. Okay, you cannot say, okay, I have the people say no with you, and you quit. You know, because people say no with you. I like to say no is normal. When people say no, when you are trying to get them on the business and they say no, it's normal and no, very normal. When you say no, what you need to do, you just neck. Only that. When they say no, you just neck. That's it. Don't forget on people say no. Okay, that is attitude. Okay. The third is action. Most of the people they set their goal. They have the goal, and then they have very good attitude, think positive always. And then when you action just only 50%. You know, if I ask you the question is how many percent are you working on now? And some people they say I work 30%, I work 50%, I work 60%. I would like to ask you why not 100%? Why? Just do 100%. All of your need will be your success. See you on the top. Thank you.
And thank you, Giraffe. Thank you very much. It's great to hear your wisdom. I hope people pay attention because, look, I think you're a fantastic leader. And in the last challenging couple of years, you have just remained focused. You've continued working. You've been building throughout the region. I chatted to you earlier today. You've got a new team that you want to bring on board in the Philippines. You've been working in Indonesia. You got your vision set for Vietnam. So thank you as an example of a leader who's never looked left or right or up and down. You're always looking forward into the future. Thank you, Giraffe. Thank you for your words. And with those words, that concludes our call this evening. So I thank Giraffe and everyone. Let me thank AK, thank you. Yvonne, Chandra, thank you. Wendy from Singapore and Giraffe. Biggest thing to remember, 1 week, Iceland. It's all about Iceland. I want to go there so bad. It's as far away from my homes of Malaysia and Aussie I can get. I want to see snow. I want to travel to Europe. It's all going to happen this year. Things are changing. I'm optimistic. AK is gung-ho with the vision, sales plans for this year. It's very fortuitous. The year of the tiger. I've been studying it. I'm excited. I learned more about Chinese New Year living in Malaysia. But the year of the tiger, it is strong, it is aggressive, it's number one top of the food chain. May we all adopt those attitudes of the tiger as it kicks over the 1st of February. Gong Xi Fa Chai, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. Let's do things differently. Let's disrupt. And that's what it's all about this year. That's our theme, disrupt. Go ahead and disrupt. One team, one family, one Jeunesse. Have a great 2022.